Buckle up and prepare for a gripping journey back in time. Join us as we venture into the heart of one of history's most dramatic and momentous periods, the final days of April 1945. In this riveting video, we uncover the secrets, the courage, and the desperation that defined the downfall of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime. Get ready to witness the relentless pursuit of victory, the chilling atrocities of war, and the astounding resilience of ordinary people amidst the chaos. This is not just a history lesson. It's a thrilling ride through the darkest and brightest moments of human history. In late April 1945, Adolf Hitler was experiencing a nervous breakdown as he realized the war was lost. Despite knowing this since 1943, he held on to hope for peace negotiations. However, with the Soviet Red Army advancing towards Berlin and inflicting heavy casualties on the Germans, the situation was dire. As the Soviets invaded Berlin in mid-April, the city's inhabitants faced extreme hardships and the Nazi regime continued its brutal actions. The Germans fought on, aware that surrender meant no mercy from the Red Army. The atrocities committed on German civilians were shocking, and Hitler's bunker under the Reich Chancellery became his last refuge. After hearing of the death of U.S. President Roosevelt, Hitler hoped that the new President Truman would sign a peace treaty, but his hopes were dashed. Hitler's breakdown deepened when a counterattack failed, and he finally admitted to himself that all was lost. In his last public appearance, he congratulated Hitler Youth ready to die for him, showing his deteriorating state. He then married his mistress Eva Braun in the bunker. Many of Hitler's inner circle, like Hermann Göring and Joseph Goebbels, made plans to escape, but they would ultimately meet tragic ends. Despite the imminent collapse of Berlin, both Goebbels and Hitler urged people to fight, reflecting their egotism and insanity. News of Heinrich Himmler's attempted surrender infuriated Hitler, leading to Himmler's arrest, though he went into hiding and didn't survive much longer. At the stroke of midnight on April 28, Hitler and Eva Braun got married, but their fate was sealed. The end was near, and the madness of war had taken its toll on Hitler and those around him. In late April 1945, as the Red Army approached Berlin, Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun got married in a somber ceremony with little celebration. Amidst the chaos, Hitler's health was deteriorating, and he was heavily medicated for various ailments. Hitler's secretary, Trudel Junge, was tasked with writing his last will. In it, Hitler denied responsibility for the war and blamed international Jewry for the conflict. He designated specific individuals to fulfill certain positions and called out Heinrich Himmler and Hermann Göring as traitors. Shortly after dictating his will, Hitler and Braun's loyal dog, Blondie, were poisoned by Hitler's SS bodyguards. As the situation grew more desperate, Braun expressed a desire not to escape. Hitler said his final goodbyes to his supporters, and Joseph Goebbels announced Hitler's death on April 30th. Hitler and Braun's bodies were subsequently cremated in the garden of the Chancellery. The fighting continued even after their deaths, leaving a lasting impact on those who witnessed the horrors of war. Reflecting on the aftermath of World War II, a British lieutenant expressed the hope that such vile cruelty would never happen again. In the aftermath of Hitler's death and the fall of Berlin, the world began to learn the full extent of the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime. The Holocaust, with its systematic extermination of 6 million Jews and millions of others, shocked the global community and became a stark reminder of the depths of human depravity. As the Allies advanced and liberated concentration and extermination camps, the horrifying evidence of Nazi crimes came to light. The Nuremberg trials, held from 1945 to 1946, prosecuted major Nazi leaders for war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. Several prominent figures, including Hermann Göring, Rudolf Hess, and Albert Speer, faced justice for their roles in the regime. Many other lower-ranking officials and collaborators were also tried in subsequent trials across different countries. The trials sought to bring perpetrators to account and established principles of international law concerning war crimes and crimes against humanity. However, some high-ranking Nazis managed to evade capture or committed suicide to avoid trial. Among them was Heinrich Himmler, who took his own life after his arrest. Others, like Martin Bormann, who had been present during Hitler's last days, escaped capture for some time but were later found dead. The Allied powers also sought to dismantle the Nazi infrastructure, denazify Germany, and ensure the country would not threaten world peace again. Key figures, organizations, and institutions associated with the Nazi regime were dismantled or restructured. The post-war era in Germany was marked by significant political, social, and economic changes. The country faced the challenge of rebuilding itself from the ruins of war and confronting its dark past. The process of denazification and the reintegration of former Nazi officials and supporters into society were complex and contentious issues. Furthermore, the discovery of concentration and extermination camps profoundly affected the world's perception of human rights and humanitarian values. The Holocaust became a powerful symbol of the consequences of unchecked hatred and prejudice, leading to greater efforts to protect human rights and prevent such atrocities in the future. Over time, numerous memorial sites and museums were established at former concentration camps to commemorate the victims and educate future generations about the horrors of the Holocaust. The memory of Hitler's regime and its crimes continues to be a somber reminder of the importance of promoting tolerance, understanding, and peace in the world. From the ashes of World War II emerged a world forever changed. In this captivating video, we've explored the last days of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime, an era that shaped the course of humanity like no other. As we reflect on the courage and sacrifices of the past, let us draw inspiration from the stories of hope, resilience, and unity in the face of adversity. This journey through history reminds us that even in the darkest times, humanity can rise above hate and forge a path towards a better future.